Hilton Head Island is a tourist haven. Thousands of people and millions of dollars come flooding into the island every year. The good news for businesses and the people who live here is that Hilton Head hasn't been hit with a big storm since Tropical Storm Irma, and that was way back in 2017. That caused $1.3 million in structural damage. The shore, homes in ruins, and hundreds of trees pulled from the roots. Initial estimates of $51 million in damage to all of Beaufort County were low. Hilton Head Island alone spent more than $51 million on hurricane response efforts. One of the big things during any storm is power and making sure the lights stay on as long as possible. Palmetto Electric is the main provider on the island and throughout the area. They have made changes to make sure people can leave the lights on if they stay home during the storm. WSAV's Andrew Davis talked to experts about what they do now and after the storm hits.
During Hurricane Matthew, we lost 60,000 meters. It was about a 90% system loss. It's what we call advanced metering infrastructure, and the technology continues to get better and better. There are different architectures out there for reading meters, but there are pretty much no electric utilities that still send a meter reader into your yard on a monthly basis to actually see how much power you consumed. There are a couple things we look at there. The first is sustained wind speeds. Typically, when sustained wind speeds get up to around 30 miles an hour, that's a good time to shut it down. Of course, we also have to understand the conditions on Hilton Head Island may look different from what conditions are in Hampton County. We tell all of our crews that no matter what we're seeing from the office, we can't be eyes in the field. They are our eyes in the field. So if they see things happening around them that make them feel uncomfortable, then we tell them it's fully their call to stand down, shelter in place, or come back into the office and wait for conditions to improve.
We're planning for worst case scenarios. Can we not get across the bridge to Hilton Head? Can we not get over on the other side of 95? So getting equipment staged at Hampton office, Ridgeland office, here at New River, Hilton Head office.
Tall metal poles that you reference, like the ones that you see as you're driving across the bridge to Hilton Head, those are transmission structures that are owned and operated by Santee Cooper. All of those transmission lines connect to substations, what we call distribution substations. We have 7 of them on Hilton Head Island.
We've buried everything underlying all the distribution system on Hilton Head, most of Bluffton, going into Hardyville, and into Ridgeland's underground. It's not hurricane proof. It's storm resilient, but it's not hurricane proof. You know, areas still flood. Trees still fall over. It used to be you only reported outages to the 800 number. Now you can do it through the app. You can look at the outage map and see that your area has already been reported, and we've got crews working on that. You know, the social media channels, that's facts now. That's information close to real time as you can get. We ask for patience. It is a systematic approach to get it back on in a safe manner. Know that we're all local, we're all working hard because our houses are next to our members' houses. We're there to make sure we're going to get everybody back on, and we're not going to give up until we do.
Shore Beach Services is in charge of patrolling the beach and making sure everyone is safe in a storm or out all summer long. They are some of the best from colleges around the nation and even worldwide. While the hope is they never have to rescue someone, they know the dangers are out there, and the biggest danger is rip currents. WSAV's Daniel Cobb got a demonstration from the experts about what happens in the waters and how you can stay safe.
Thousands of people will be hitting the water this summer, and no matter what the conditions or what kind of storm is coming in, there is one constant: the lifeguards watching the water and the people. Alec Kipnis of Shore Beach Services tells me they have around 70 lifeguards on duty every day. And though he says Hilton Head's waters are pretty calm most of the time, their team is on higher alert when the stormy season starts to settle in.
The main dangers that are associated with hurricanes in our region are going to be storms that are potentially don't impact our region but send wave energy towards us. That wave energy again shows up on the shores of Hilton Head as bigger waves, as rougher surf that can impact the safety of going in our waters.
He says that's when a rip current can form suddenly, sweeping anyone in its path quickly away from shore. The areas where they see that more often: Singleton Beach near the Folly and the Calabogie Sound on the toe of the island.
We have water going into that tidal estuary and then coming back out as the tide goes out, that can create something kind of akin to a rip current that can take you offshore.
Kipnis tells me just because you can't see dark clouds from the sand doesn't mean the dangers aren't there.
My number one advice would always be to swim near one of our lifeguards. That ensures that your beach day is going to be much happier and safer than it would be anywhere else.
When you go to the beach, you need to pay attention. Shore Beach Services has flags posted daily on ocean conditions, but if you're still not sure, ask one of the many lifeguards at their stands before diving headfirst into waters. Reporting from Hilton Head Island, Danielle Cobb, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Stay tuned, there's more Storm Watch coming up after this.